Either one of y'all feel free to jump in. How y'all taking advantage of the current situation, and how's it impacting the way you're moving from here on out, business wise?
For me, and I'll jump in.
Go ahead.
What I learned, with mobile status, and here's the truth, right? There's a lot of people starting clothing brands or feel like they want to start clothing brands. A lot of us are printing on product and material that isn't ours.
Yeah.
I don't know why people believe that if I sell you a hoodie, I'm a startup, that this is going to be my own hoodie that I constructed, designed, and all of
Yeah.
that. So it's potential that there could be a tag from a Hanes or
Mm-hmm.
any one of these companies in the hoodie,
Right.
right? Our goal is to get to the bigger picture. So for me, the pandemic was a blessing,
Absolutely.
right? Because I realized in order for me to gain separation in the marketplace, to not look like the other guy doing the same thing across the street, I have to understand vertical integration, right? What is vertical integration? What is creating a business, vertically integrating a fashion business look like, right?
You got to explain that.
Okay, so vertical integration is essentially owning every aspect of your business. So let's start with fashion, right? For me, owning every aspect of my business and vertically integrating my business would be having access to raw materials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either having access or owning the land that produces the cotton.
The
Right.
actual material.
Having the land that with the sheep on it.
Yeah.
That I cut the wool off, and then taking those raw materials to a mill that sorts out that fabric and creates thread. Then they dye the thread to create the fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
And then this fabric goes to a seamstress or manufacturing house where they put the patterns together, all of that stuff. Then it's the creativity. Who's designing? Who's putting this stuff in design form graphically to have it manufactured? Then it's distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a sales force? How am I shipping this out? So it took for me, it was a great opportunity to pause and slow down to learn these particular steps and gain some insight. Now it's making those contacts because I recently had some coach jackets done in Pakistan. I went on this particular guy's website, designed it on his website. He sent me the jacket. The construction wasn't up to par. Some of the fabrics weren't up to par. Um, so it allowed me to pause and really understand this so I can articulate this stuff when I speak to a manufacturer, designer, tech pack designer, pattern maker, uh, sourcing agent for fabric. Now I have the knowledge to be able to articulate and sound professional on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I have these skills and traits in my business, when I come out of the pandemic, I'll have my own product custom made by me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is ultimately going to set me apart in the marketplace, right? Quality, not to mention customer service, all these different
Yeah.
aspects to come out of the pandemic much stronger than I was when I first went in.
So you're saying the pandemic kind of, not to put words in your mouth, but the pandemic kind of helped you focus your efforts a whole lot
A
more
whole
than
lot. It
you would
slowed the world
slow the
down
world down so you can focus your
so I can
efforts.
focus because, prior to now, you felt like you had to move at a pace. If I don't do this
Right.
thing, man, I'm going to be missing out on this or
Mm-hmm.
somebody's going to gain the advantage over me. But right now, we're all pretty much in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Business as we know it is
Yeah.
reinventing itself because of the pandemic. There were companies who wouldn't allow you to work from home. Now, that's the thing, you know, because they save so many millions of dollars by allowing you to work at home. They don't have to rent out office space, all of these different things. That money now goes to their bottom line versus office space. So it's really been a blessing, man, to
Absolutely.
prepare.
Yeah, in addition to slowing, everything slowing up and the playing field being leveled to a degree, I
Right.
also believe that this has been a major it's allowed you to have a major shift in mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's tested your mindset,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe we're in a time where either you're going to have a strong pivot
Right.
or you're not, right? You
Mm-hmm.
either going to take this as an opportunity to grow or you're going to move backwards. And I know that a lot of people that I've had conversations with they've looked at this opportunity as like doom and gloom. You
Yeah.
Right,
know,
right,
it's
right.
like, and not to discredit your mental wellness during this time is very key and very important. And this has been a time to reset, and get your mental wellness and your mental health in order. But at the same time, I believe you have to do those things simultaneously. You have to
Mm-hmm.
protect your mental wellness and also pivot in business and create new ways to do business. Adapt to innovation.
Right.
Learn, right? Go, get training and education like Rob said, build up your skill sets so that for me, I stayed busy and I know I was more busy and more active during these last 12 months than I was prior to the
Right too.
pandemic. Because my thinking and my philosophy and my mindset is when we get to the other end of this and society fully opens back up, I want to have a head start
Mm-hmm.
above, the competition that looked at this as a time to scale down and not do anything
Yeah.
and looked at the world as doom and gloom. I'm very
Indeed.
positive and I'm very inspired by the things that I've seen through that's been birthed through innovation, the connections I've been making.
Right.
So I've, moved forward with curating an exhibition, a group exhibition that's now displaying in Eastern Market, DC. I'm moving forward with, Rob and I are going to launch a podcast in April.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving forward my spring and summer merch collection. I'm
Yeah.
moving forward and planning and building all these things, and I'm going to make them manifest in 21, so that when 2022, we talk about this all the time. In 2022, hopefully things are, but you can't put your life and your business on pause, waiting on something to happen. This is a new world and a new environment that we're living in. And you have to be prepared to thrive and succeed in business despite pandemics,
That's right.
despite, what's going on in the economy. And, you know, despite everyone, the numbers of folks who got sick and the lives have been lost, you know, despite those things, which is, very sad and tragic, there have been some great things that have come out during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'm inspired and I feel really positive about my business and my efforts moving forward.
I
And I
mean,
believe we're positioning
yeah.
ourselves by staying busy and active, and the synergy and the energy that we're creating around our efforts. When we do get to some point of normalcy, we're going to be able to really 10x this thing on a whole nother level.
No doubt. And,
That's good.
and I told one of the things, Rob, you might not know this, but one of the things that Marlon and I talked about when I first met him, right, years ago at the State Department, I said that people at the lowest level, right, they think about networking with each other.
Right.
But people who are trying to 10x their operation,
Yeah.
they connect their networks with other people's networks.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Network
saying?
brokerage piece, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so that's what this is all about, man. I'm so happy that y'all here, man. And
Yeah.
Before,
even go ahead.
before you move forward, I want to point out I'm glad that you said a lean economy,
Right.
right? Because I think there's a difference. There's a lot of people who use the term down economy,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to be careful about using words. Mean a lot to me, and
Yes,
I
indeed.
listen to words and I pay attention to them
Language.
because language is key. So I learned in business that the down economy only applies to certain people
Yes.
and
Mhm.
certain people who own that,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Because
right.
in a so-called down economy, there are people that are making millions and billions. So who is it really down for,
That's right.
right? So I don't own a such thing of a down economy
Mhm.
again. There are people who make millions in the side economy when it's going sideways. So it goes back to the initial conversation that we was having about cryptocurrencies and about
Mhm.
financial literacy.
Mhm.
Once you've equipped with a certain amount of knowledge, you know how to
Take
economy.
advantage of the downs,
That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I agree.
the dips.
I agree.
You
You
invest
can
more
make
in the
money.
dips.
You can make money when the economy is going up and going down.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
Before we close, right? Is there anything else Mr. Douglas? Anything else you would like to talk about? Or
No,
let's
man,
say,
I'm just thankful I had the opportunity to be here on your show, man, and participate and share the words with the people, man. It means the world to me, man. I
right.
appreciate you inviting me here, and man, I'll be back anytime you need me. You know how we do it. You know my slogan is we can all win together, and love is love.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I
Absolutely.
So
appreciate you, man.
yeah, man. Much love, man. Right back at you, brother. So before, but you know, what is mogul status? What is that all about?
Being a passionate as a creative, I found myself, man, becoming passionate about business because I saw how it can affect my family, our community, and all
Mhm.
those things. So, mogul status, man, is about getting to a place where you can live life on your terms, right?
Right.
We all have a different definition of what success is.
Mhm.
Success, what it means to me, may mean something different for you.
Correct.
So, whatever that success is, it means striving and meeting your goal and your bar that you set for yourself and living life on your terms. That's what mogul status is all about. Nobody can determine your success for you. Nobody can put a lid on it. So it's like, let's build to get you to your level of success. And
Correct.
let's celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's celebrate together. Let's win together. And that's what mogul status is about.
Straight up.
So you,
Straight up.
Marlon, on to you, man. Well said, my brother. So
Thank you.
Marlon, so what you got going on, and
Yeah, continue to advocate for these artists, these visual artists, and these creatives, man. You know, one of my favorite quotes by John C. Maxwell, I believe, sums up my mission and my purpose in life, and it's, it says, success is when you add value to yourself. Significance is when you add value to others.
mm-hmm.
And I live my life by just trying to help, like Rob said, help other people win. Because by default, if I help enough people win, then I'll win myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I find joy in really helping other people pursue their dreams, other people really get to their goals. And, as an advocate, for the arts and visual arts, that's my mission.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say, if you in the DMV, check out my art exhibit, Include, that's currently showcasing right now at the Yard in Eastern Market. You can follow me on Instagram at MPVIZION, MPVision. You can click the link in the bio to get tickets for the exhibition. Continue to support my man Rob, Mogul Status, support Hit the Deck Entertainment.
Appreciate you.
As a team, and as a community, if we continue to support each other, we can all win.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
So without before we sign off though, so what's the logo that is on your
Oh, I left out Art Vibes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here for you, homie.
Yeah, support AV Art Vibes is my we're an education academy for artists, teaching them the business of art. But there's also a merch component where I do not quite to the extent where with Rob and his mogul status and his fashion business, but we pretty much do merchandise and apparel. So we have hats, hoodies, t-shirts and clothing. So yeah, we have spring and summer collection coming out. I'm creating some dope concepts that I believe that's gonna be super, super fly. And so, just stay on the lookout for the merch, but also the biggest project we have coming up is going to be our our podcast. It's going to be me myself, me, Rob, Nikki Levy, and a very, very talented guy, Ramon. We just getting started, man.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
And I don't do good, promoting myself and speaking on myself, but just know that we have some really, really exciting projects in the works, and we're going to be releasing those in the near future.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, again, man, in closing, man, I'd like to thank you guys for coming through, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, man.
Yeah, man.
I
Love.
really appreciate it. And we got to do this again, man. So thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
My
sir.
brother.
Got you.
Peace.